the kitchen spreading beans with care. Runcibles of toast in perfect golden squares. Flavor stacking high, every bite's a feat. These two pals are serving up the ultimate treat. Bean there, toasted that. Bean there, toasted that. Bean there, toasted that. Bean there, toasted that.
So welcome to our first annual Bean There Toasted That, our Beans on Toast review with Culpa and Runcible. So the first thing we want to do is kind of explain the format. There's a lot of discussion around, what's the best beans on toast. So today what we're going to do is going to be reviewing a wide variety of beans. But first we want to mention a big thanks. This segment is definitely
not
sponsored by HelloFresh. So if you're interested in HelloFresh, be sure to check out their website. And if you happen to order something, please use our code here. Thanks. So what I'm going to be doing today is looking at some regular toast and some gluten-free toast. So that way, there's some people that are not as special as the rest of us. Their bodies are weaker. It can't consume or process the gluten. So, it's unfortunate, right? So first up today, what we have is black beans. We have black beans on white bread and then some black beans on gluten-free bread. But so we'll just dig in. You can almost taste a hint of like the blackness, the depression, whenever you bite into this. I think that's really the quintessential thing that black beans or that beans on toast really has to offer. And that was actually the gluten-free bread, so that just like lowers it another level. So here's the white bread with black beans. That's one level above like a deep dark depression. So, all in all, I would probably say the gluten-free version is probably at a 0. Let's be honest. The black beans on white is probably about maybe a 4. I could eat it if I were starving, but I'm not starving, right? Long ways from that. And now let's hear from Runcible.
All right, lots of new and exciting recipes to try today. These have been sent over from all across the East Midlands, and I cannot wait to give them a try. First, I just have to finish making my cup of tea, and we'll be ready to go. All right, we got that out of the way. Let's get started. Now, the first beans on toast recipe I'm going to make today is actually going to be one that I've wanted to try for a very long time. And that is green beans on toast. Maybe we'll even put a little surprise on top. I got these really high quality, really exciting green beans from Walmart. French style green beans in the bin. All right. Here we go. Regular green beans. This is the good stuff right here. Remember growing up as a kid, my mom always used to grow fresh green beans out in the garden. And they were so yummy. Every summer we would pick those. And we never thought to put them on toast. So much time wasted. So many opportunities squandered. But we can make up for it today. So what we're going to do, we're going to take one of our perfectly toasted golden brown pieces of white bread, full of gluten. I asked for extra gluten in this loaf. And we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna take some of these green beans right out of the can. We're gonna put them right on top of that bread, just like that. Look at that, oh my gosh. That looks so good. It's no wonder the English love beans on toast so much. Just look at how natural the beans look right on top of that bread. It's like it's meant to be. It's perfect. But I don't think it's quite done yet. If I remember right, the recipe that was sent to us said that we should add a little something on top. In this case, we're gonna add American Cheese Wow, AKA Cheese Whiz. Oh, I'm so excited. If I can, oh, there it is. There's that whizzy cheese. Ooh, Now, doesn't that look good? Oh man, an English delicacy with an American twist. Oh, I can't wait to try this one. You know, it's a good thing we tossed those French beans in the bin. These American green beans, that's where it's at. The Cheese Whiz, though, that really brings it up over the top. I give that, let's see, 4 out of 5 spray cheeses. Awesome.
All right, so next up, what we have is butter beans on toast. So this is what it looks like. Butter beans on toast is great for those people who are just too lazy to butter their toast, right? I mean, it's like, well, I want beans on toast, I want buttered toast. I don't know. I'll just combine them, you know. So surprisingly, you know, one would think that butter beans on toast would, I don't know, like the butter would soak in. Very dry. Oh, so dry. You know, a lot of bean. That was the gluten-free version, of course, you know. So next up we have the white bread. This is a good bread, right? So next up we have the white bread with butter beans. A little bit better. It's still quite dry, but, you know, yeah. Oh. A little bit better. I mean, all in all, I would rate the gluten-free and the butter beans, you know, probably at 0. I don't think the scale should really go negative, but if it were to go negative, it would probably be negative. But the white bread with butter beans, I would give that a solid like 1. Yeah. I think salted butter would make it a lot better.
All right, we're on a roll, and I'm really excited for this next one. The beans we're going to use for this beans on toast are a little unconventional, but let's see what we have. Oh, that's the stuff. You know what that is? You know what these are? These are 100% Arabica whole espresso beans. Perfect when you want a really robust beans on toast. Oh, just had to get another hit of that. Oh, you know, that smell, it really just serves to remind you how much better coffee is than tea. Oh, man, I can't wait for this. So, we're gonna start like we always do. We'll take our toast, again, extra gluten, and we are gonna go ahead and add our beans right on top, just like this. Oh, listen how they tap, they pitter pat on the bread. I hope you could hear that. Oh boy. That might be too many. I think, you know, a little might go a long way, I think, with this recipe. So let's just put some of those back. All right, pretend that never happened. All right, no, we'll spread these around. Oh boy, you know who's really good at spreading beans? That Culpa guy. Okay, we spread those around, and let's see. We're missing something. Again, we just need something to bring this over the top. And I think we're gonna bring this party south of the border. I have prepared here some hot queso. We're gonna take this queso and we're just gonna pour it right on top of the coffee beans. Oh, Oh, that's a lot, but that's okay. It's good. Yeah, that's what you want. You want a lot. Yeah, because those coffee beans, that flavor can really, well, let's see. You're never going to believe this. It's actually, well, I was going to say it wasn't terrible. At first, it wasn't terrible. But then you really start to get a lot of coffee grounds in your mouth. And with the cheese, and in this case, we have the heel of the bread. It's, well, that's pretty darn amazing. Woo! 10 out of 10 woos.
So next up is one that I'm quite excited for. We have a bean medley with a tomato melange. So what we have here is the gluten-free version. So yeah, so really the 15 beans, it's like, okay, I don't really care what bean I have, so I couldn't really decide. So you just buy a pack that has lentils, has cranberry beans. I didn't even know that was a thing. Garbanzo beans. So, all right, here it is. Quite good. So that was the gluten-free bread. So, I mean, that obviously drops it down 4 or 5 points. But I mean, all in all, the different beans, it really just hits you from all different directions. So here we have the white bread. I'm gonna have the rest of this one. That's at least a 9 out of 10. It's probably not a 10 out of 10, but the only reason why I would deduct a point is really because I had the gluten-free bite right before. There's still a little bit of gluten-freeness in my mouth. But if I kept eating that, it would definitely be a 10 out of 10.
If you can pass this vibe check, I think we're all going to be stands for this next one. I'm so excited. I should take several seats. But we're going to try Boston baked beans on this next Beans on Toast. Now, for those of you who don't know what these are, Boston baked beans are actually sugar candy coated peanuts. I've never had them before. I've always wanted to try them. I thought this would be a great way to add an American flair to an English classic. So let's go ahead and see what these nuts taste like. Again, we're going to start like we always do with our golden brown glutinous toast. I'm going to pour the beans right on top. Oh, look at that. Look at that. They've got this hard candy shell with this reddish brown color, really reminiscent of baked beans. And for this one, we're going to go straight up. We're not going to add cheese or any sauce to this at all. We're just going to go right on in. Are you ready? Try this with me. Oh, here it comes. Oh, God, wait a minute. That's crunchy. Oh, really sweet. That's pretty good. 10 out of 10 American Revolutions.
All right, so what we have next is a chilled vanilla bean emulsion. So here's the gluten-free version. Then we have the white bread version. That's good. Even with the gluten-free version, that's usually terrible. This actually makes it really good. So that one I would definitely put probably about a 7 out of 10, I have to deduct a few points just because in my mind I know it's still gluten-free, so then it just makes me nauseous. But, I mean, it's It's great. Now the white bread version. Yeah, it's a good 10 out of 10. Beautiful. Tastes great. And the final one I'm going to review today is jelly beans on toast. So this is one where, you know, Christmas time, you're watching Elf, you're like, I want to be like that guy. This is the meal for you. So here we have the gluten-free version. You know, it really sticks to your teeth. And I'm not talking about the jelly beans, it's the gluten-free bread. It's just terrible. So here we have the white bread version. It's really quite good. Yeah, I believe the vibrant taste of the jelly beans really eclipses the understated blandness of the bread. So all in all, I mean, I would probably give the gluten-free version 8 out of 10. You know, really, and that's if you pick it up and actually just roll the jelly beans into your mouth. If you're actually eating the gluten-free bread, you know, I would probably just still leave it at like maybe a 2, maybe a 3 out of 10. You know, depending on if you have the black licorice beans with it. You know, that obviously steps it up a level. For the white bread version, I don't know. It's tough. I mean, I would probably give it a 7 or an 8. You know, I really like, you know, the chilled vanilla bean emulsion is probably, you know, top tier. You know, this is probably maybe B tier. You know, I'm pushing A, but it just depends.
Hold on, guys, 1 minute. I'm coming. Sorry. Oh, boy. Good timing. Look what just arrived in time for our last recipe on today's Bean There, Toasted That. HelloFresh just delivered my next meal kit, which is good timing. Because you know what I picked for this week? That's right, a beans on toast recipe. Let's see what we got. Oh, look at this. Let's put this down here out of the way. Put this over here, and let's see what's inside. I'm so excited. You guys are gonna love this. Today, we are doing garbanzo beans and American cheese on toast. Let's go. We're gonna take our last piece of toast and we're gonna put directly on that toast some of these amazing garbanzo beans. Wait a minute. Garbanzo beans are just chickpeas? Ah! All right. Well, we have to make do with what we have, don't we? When life gives you chickpeas, you get mad, but you do what you have to do. You make beans on toast. Let's take these imposter beans and put them directly on our toast, like we always do. But you know what? We're not going to put on that many. You know why that is? Because chickpeas are bullshit. But that's okay. We can save this. You know why? Because HelloFresh was thoughtful enough and kind enough, as they always are, to send us a slice of queso Americano. Good old government cheese. And this will take anything from meh to yeah. Put that right on top there. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Perfect. You know what? You could even dress this up with a little hot sauce or maybe even some salad cream. But I don't have any of that right now. You know what? We can take this even one step further. American cheese. Wow. This is just going to help really hide that horrible chickpea flavor. Oh, yeah. Yeah, put that right on there. Oh, yeah. Give me some of that. Let's go. You ready? Mm. That's terrible. 1 out of 10 garbanzo beans.
Thank you for watching Bean There Toasted That with Culpa and Runcible. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and remember to check out twitch.tv/Gibs and Pieces /Baldy/Mary Gibbsmith /Second Best Streamer EU /Our Favorite Esports Tosser. Thank you.